Right, is it working? I think it's working. Okay, I'm just going to assume it's working because there is nothing on my screen to suggest that it is. Excellent. Right. Welcome to my little hoop workout. We're going to start off with warm-ups. So get your hoops. Right, so start off by circling outside your hoop with your hips. Switch direction. Right, now bring the hoop up above your head. I want you to twist to one side and bring it down. So just twist the upper half of your body. Up at the top, outside. Now bring your elbows in. So as you bring the hoop down, I want you to bring your elbow to meet your opposite knee. Should be getting warmer now. So pop your hoops down, arms out to the side, make tiny circles with the tips of your fingers, gradually get bigger and bigger until you're making big circles with your arms. Then gradually get smaller and smaller again. And once you get back to the beginning, switch direction. So you should be feeling really warm in the shoulders now. This always makes my shoulders ache a bit. But it's good to get moving. Right. Now the last thing to do in a warm-up, I usually like to do is squats, just because it helps you engage all the muscles that you're going to use when you're hooping. So make sure your feet are hip-width apart, engage your core, engage your butt, arms out, and just go down as if you're about to sit on something behind you. So you want to make sure your back's nice and straight. Try not to bring your knees too far over your feet. So just do 10 more of these. Right, okay. So I said I would run through just the basics of how to do your standard waist hooping for anyone that isn't too sure. So make sure that your feet are about hip width apart. Some people find it easier to have one slightly in front of the other. Some people find it easier to have them just next to each other, but try both, see what's better. You want the hoop in the small of your back to start with. And what you're going to do is you're going to push it round. So you're using one hand to just place it onto your belly. And then when you feel it hit your belly, you want to push forwards as it hits there, and then backwards as it hits the back. So you're going forwards and backwards, not round and round. The hoop is always going to go to whatever bit of your body is moving most. So if you end up doing that, it's going to fall down. So make sure you're moving your waist and not your hips. So start our workout. I'm just going to get a timer on. So I've got a series of exercises and we're just going to do 30 seconds of each. And you should be pretty warm by the end of it. Right. So we're going to start off with just standard waist hooping in your comfortable direction because we will be hooping in both directions. So you just start. If you find that it starts to fall down, the best way to catch it is you just bend your knees and do this little wiggle to get it back up. Try and make sure you keep your shoulders nice and relaxed as well. If you have your arms up like that, it's going to be more difficult. So try and keep them nice and low. So we'll just do 10 more seconds of this. Right, now same thing, but put your arms out to the side. So as I said, moving your arms around makes concentrating on your waist a little bit harder. You might have to move your body back and forth a bit more exaggerated. Okay, now we're going to put our arms back in again. And I want you to do either a lunge or a step forward. So you can either stand forward and sink down in a lunge, or if that's a bit too tricky, just put your foot forward. So you can just do like a point your toe, step forward. Right, next we're going to do some sort of squats. So again, try and do a squat. If you can't do a full squat, then just bend your knees a little bit. You have to really focus on what bit of your body you're moving when you're doing the squats and the lunges with the hoop. Make sure it stays in the right place. Right, now we're just going to stand still, but I want you to make sure your feet are together. So as with your arms being up, it's more difficult because you have to really push from your waist to keep it going. 10 more seconds of this. Right, next I want you to put your arms right the way up. So you're standing there like a pole. Again, push really hard. You might have to make quite an exaggerated motion to keep it going around your waist. If you start feeling like it's going to drop, don't forget the squat and the wiggle. Right, okay, you can bring your arms down again. So next we're going to focus on that squat and wiggle. So you can have your arms either, arms down, foot one in front of the other or side to side. Just let the hoop drop a little bit and then just duck down and do this side to side wiggle just to get the hoop back up to your waist again. If you are confident with on-body hooping and you can get it up to your chest, then I'd encourage you to go up, spend the whole time doing chest, down to hips, squat and wiggle back up to chest. But if you can really get that squat and wiggle down, then you'll find on-body hooping a lot easier. Right, next I want you to hoop as fast as you can. So push backwards and forwards really, really fast. Get the hoop as quickly as you can get it going. Five more seconds. Right. Whew. Okay. So next I just want you to turn in the same direction that your hoop is spinning. When you do this, it means that you will have to move your body backwards and forwards slightly slower than you are when you're just stood still. So a lot of people do find it easier because you've got more time to think about what you're doing. Obviously don't spin too quickly because then you'll get dizzy. Right, okay, I'll stop the hoop and send it the opposite direction. Most people will have a dominant direction that they hoop in and a non-dominant direction. So for future times that you do this workout, potentially start in your non-dominant direction, because when you're doing the second half of it, you're going to be tireder. Right, so now I want to have your arms out. Feeling a bit sweaty now. Ten more seconds of this. Right, next I want you to do either your lunge or your step. Alternate legs. So I'll just tap it down so you can see a bit better. So either a lunge or just step forward. It's just to get your feet moving. Right, next I want you to do some squats or just knee bends. So just go as far down as you feel comfortable going. Obviously, if it hurts your back to do this, please don't do it. Listen to what your body's telling you. Right, next, I want your feet together. Ten more seconds of this. Right, now arms up, stretch as high as you can, while still keeping the hoop going around your waist. Don't forget you've got to push backwards and forwards a bit harder when you're like this. Ten more seconds. And relax your arms back down, feet apart. So now we're going to let the hoop drop down to our hips and squat and wiggle it back up. Like I said before, for those of you who are used to hooping on your body, get it up to the chest. If you're not sure how to do the chest hooping, I've got a tutorial on my page so you can have a look at that. But if you need any tips, let me know, send me a message. Right, now I want you to hoop as fast as you can. Push backwards and forwards really hard. Get the hoop going faster. Really clench your stomach muscles. 10 more seconds. And relax. Right, now I want you to just turn the same direction that your hoop is spinning. So nice, calm, slower hoop after the fast hooping. Give us a bit of a rest before we finish. Right, well done. So I'm just going to do some pull down stretches just to finish. That I think will help. If you're not used to hooping, these muscles can ache a bit the next day, so you need to make sure you stretch them out. So just lift the hoop as high above your head as possible, stretch right out from your spine, and over to one side. And the other side. Okay, back up again, drop the hoop down to the back, tuck your elbows in behind at the bottom and just stretch out your chest. So just lean back. Out the other way, and then lean forward. Make sure your knees are a bit loose. Have one hand on top of the other and just stretch forward so you get that stretch right across the upper back. Don't lean on the hoop too much because you might bend it. Just have it there as support. Okay, now roll the hoop over to one side so your hips are facing forward, but you're stretching over to the side. Get a nice stretch all along there. And then round to the other side. Right, back to the centre, stretch out again and then stretch down to the floor. So again, make sure your knees aren't locked back, just have them nice and loose. You can bend them if you want and just reach down to your toes and just hang there for 20 seconds or so. Right, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're feeling nice and worked out like I am. I'll be doing this again next week. If you can potentially watch the video back as many days as possible between now and then, do the workout as many times as possible. If you can do it daily, then that's what I'm going to try and do, but maybe not live. So yeah, I will hopefully see you next week. Thanks.